We're going to go over some questions and answers to some questions that we get on a routine basis. If your questions aren't in this list, or if you don't find the answers that you need, you can check out the videos that are posted on the Shield website. There's also a written instruction sheet that's there that will always include the current deadlines for handing them in. On the instruction sheet, there's also numbers listed for the coordinators and emails, so you can get a hold of us with any additional questions you may have. We do ask that you try to find the answers either in the videos or on the instruction sheet. There are only 2 of us, and there is a membership of over 100 families. So if you can, most of your answers you really should be able to find here, so please try to take a look first. Let's get started. 1. What do you mean by peeling the box top? This question was answered in the very first video on how to prepare your box tops. Please take a look at that, and you'll have not only instructions, but you'll have a visual of how to tell if you've done it right. I don't have time to trim the box tops. Can I still send them in? Yes, you can. If you get them from people and you don't have time to go through and trim them yourself or peel them yourself, you can turn them in. You will just be charged an additional charge for shipping. The shipping is nominal, but you will have a little bit heavier charge than the other people, just to be fair. The people who peel theirs shouldn't be charged the same rate as the people who don't take the time to peel theirs. If I have less than 50, can I still send them in? You can. You can't have more than 1 bag each of regular box tops and bonus box tops that have less than 50 on them. So if you just have 1 bag and it has 48 or 3 written on it, then that's perfectly fine. You can turn them in. Do I have to separate my bonus box tops? Yes, you do. The box tops requires that we separate them, and with the number that we have going through now, we don't have time to separate those ourselves. So we ask that you do separate them. If they're not separated, we'll return them to you. If there's time, you're welcome to separate them and follow the instructions and turn them back in. If there's not time, then you can hold them and turn them in the next session. Why can't I use paper clips or fold over baggies anymore? That's just a sheer numbers situation. We used to let you turn it in however, and we would fix it how Box Tops wanted it fixed. That was when there were just 2 of us doing it and we only had 5 or 10 people turning in. Now we have between 26, the last time we had 2,690 box tops. That's in the spring session, that's a little lighter. In the fall session, we had 7,730 box tops. We just don't have the time to bring everybody's up to standard like we used to. So that's something that you're gonna have to do now. So we need you to fix them. We've made the videos, we've made a very detailed handout that takes you step by step on how to do that, and there shouldn't be any problems. But the reason that you can't use the paper clips and the fold over baggies now is because with that many going through us, there's just too great of a chance that some will get lost. If they're in a fold over baggie and the baggie comes undone and those spill out, if there are multiple people with fold over baggies, we just don't have the time to go back through and do that. We have between 7 and 11 people counting. They're each having to count between 400 and 800 box tops. That's a lot of box tops to have to count. They're completely volunteer. No one's getting any reimbursement for that. So we ask for you to do your work on the front end so that these volunteers are able to do their job quickly and we're not losing anybody. So the last thing we want to do is lose box tops and someone not get the money that they should be getting back. The things that we've put in place, the safeguards, they're either safeguards so that you're able to get all of your money, or they're things that Box Tops requires and we're asking you to do it because of the sheer volume. We don't have time to do those things for you anymore. What happens if I forget my self-addressed stamped envelope? If you forget your self-addressed stamped envelope, we will provide one for you and we will address it. You will be charged the cost of a nominal charge for the cost of the envelope and the actual price of whatever the postage is at that time. We will address it. The problem is if your address is changed, we may not know that. We may make a mistake addressing it. So it's better if you get the self-addressed stamped envelope in yourself. But if you don't, we will take care of it. We will address it to the best of our ability, and we will charge you a nominal fee for the actual envelope and postage stamp that we had to use. Can I drop off my box tops late? Unfortunately, no. We have a process that we have to go through to get the box tops ready to be sent in time so that you can get your reimbursement. We have looked at the calendar and backpedaled on that as far as we can, and we have given you the most amount of time that we can to still get the steps we need to get taken care of before we send it in. We've set the time, the date, and the time the latest possible we can. So if you're not able to make it, we ask that you just hold your box tops until the next session. How long does it take to get the money back? Typically, if we send it in October, we should have it back by January. When the ones that we send in March, we typically won't get back until the end of May. So we ask that you wait that long before you contact us. If at that point you still don't have it, please feel free to contact either one of the coordinators listed in the contact information. How will I get my money? The money that you get will be sent to you with that self-addressed stamped envelope that we ask you to include. You will receive it directly, and you're able to use it for any of your educational needs. You can use it for books, you can use it for paper goods, you can use it for pens and pencils and supplies, you can use it for field trips, however you need to use it for your homeschool. Just a reminder, if we didn't answer any of your questions, please check out the videos. We've tried to code them for what's inside them. There's also the written information sheet that you'll find on the SHIELD website. That's where you'll find the coordinators' contact information, our phone numbers, and our email addresses. Please feel free to contact us with any questions you might have. Thanks.